Howdy folks, it's Jacob and Kaylin out here on the Paulette farm with our #1 farm volunteer Olivia, who's continuing work on our FFA SAE project. And so the work we're going to do today is we're going to shuffle some pigs. So we've got a bunch of animals that we're getting ready to mix and match for breeding, for giving us piglets later this spring. And so we'll give you all a quick tour of the different pigs we're moving around today. All right, so right here are our three brood sows that we've got. So we've got Minnie, Miss Piggy, and Big Mama back there in the shelter. And so we've got to get Big Mama out of this group. We're going to move her across our corral here to a loadout pen. Originally, we were going to move her to another pen, but Kaylin's sheep decided they wanted to go on walkabout right before the big storm hit us last week. So they're still kind of corralled up here. But we're going to get Big Mama out, move her across, and then we're going to move our main breeding boar, Jimmy, in with Piggy and Minnie, and that'll be one of our breeding sets. So we'll go over and I'll show you Jimmy and our new breeding boar, Straw, who Big Mama is going to go hang out with. So we'll go look at them real quick. Alrighty, so this here is Jimmy Dean. He is our main breeding boar. He's been the main boar we've had for the last year now, so all of our piglets that are out in the training pen are all his progeny, except for a few that we traded for earlier in the year. So we're going to put him in with Miss Piggy and Minnie, and they've made, I don't even know how many babies they've had over their lifetime now. I know with us, we've had around, I think, 30 piglets out of them, and the breeder that we got them from before had them for several years and have had numerous litters out of them. So they're a well-proven trio, so we know that they make good animals, you know, that do well, so we know what we're going to get with them. So here, Katie, you'll follow me over here in this other pen. In his neighbor, we've got our young boar that we're going to put in this year, Straw. He's currently knocked his temporary shelter down from the storm. He and Jimmy have been trash talking all morning, so I think they know something's up. But Straw is going to go in with Big Mama, and we've got one more gilt that we've got from some friends that we're going to put in with him probably in a few days after he and Big Mama kind of settle down, and that'll be our second breeding trio to see what they'll throw for us. So Straw's never been in with any sows or gilts before. I have seen the piglets that come out of his brother Sticks, and he threw some pretty good piglets. I'm hoping to see some nice looking ones out of Straw. Yeah, you're a pretty boy, aren't you, Straw?
Mama.
Come here, Minnie. Give me a piece of bread. Minnie.
Mama. Come on.
Hey, Minnie.
Hey, Mama. Mama. Turn. Turn. Come on. You gotta turn, baby. Come on. Right here. Come on. Turn around.
Right here.
Look, Mama.
It's on the ground.
Right here.
It's on the ground. Look down.
Come on, Mama. Come on, Mama.
Right here.
Come on. Look. Right here. Come on. Incoming. Minnie's coming. Oh, really? I can't.
There you go. I just tuck it in behind her.
Okay.
Good girl, Mama.
Good job.
To the. Think you can get her over to the other pen?
Start shaking the bag. All in there.
Here, Straw.
Come on, Mama. Come on, Mama. Oh, Jacob's got food. Honey, can you take like 2 steps, please? Come on, Mama. Come on, big girl. Come on. 2 steps, baby girl. Honey, I am making sure she can't back up. I'm not pushing on her. Come on, baby girl. Couple more steps. Come on,
Mama.
I'm about to just haul off and shove you. I know, Straw, that's your girlfriend. Don't throw it right here, baby.
I'm like bread and girl.
Okay, Mama, you gotta move. Come on. Move. Move your butt. I just need you to move like this. Thank you.
not happy with you.
Yeah, well, Jimmy's gonna get his girl.
Alrighty, so we had a slight change of plans. Come to find out, Big Mama's in standing heat, so she didn't want to go into the loadout chute beside Straw. She wanted to go in with Straw. We would show you that, but we figured out Straw knows how to do his job already, so we're not going to turn the camera around for that part. I know Pete up at Just a Few Acres got demonetized the other day for a similar clip in his video, so we'll leave the making the bacon part out of this. So now Jimmy is very interested in moving. He wants to go see his girls, so we're going to take Jimmy out here, move him over, put him in with Piggy and Minnie, and then we should have all of our pig moving done for the day. Like I said, we have one more younger gilt that we're going to put in with Straw and Big Mama probably in a few days. I want to kind of let them settle down. Like I said, we're not turning the camera around. They seem to be getting along fine. I just don't want to throw another new animal into the mix. They've never been together before. Jimmy's spent his whole life with Piggy and Minnie. I mean, him and Minnie are an old married couple, so I ain't worried about him. We're gonna get him moved because he's getting very upset that Straw has a girlfriend and he does not. So we'll come back here in a minute once we've got Jimmy moved across the pen. Alrighty folks, so it's been just a little while. Kind of turned into a bit of a rodeo, so sorry we didn't get that recorded for you. But we did manage to get Straw and Big Mama into Jimmy's old pen, and they've been getting along great. One problem we ran into is we did not think about the fact that since Big Mama was already in heat, and like we were joking about a minute ago, Straw didn't take that long to get the job done. Well, Jimmy was not a huge fan of that since it was happening right next to him, so he was a pain in the butt to get moved. So he was going around tearing up boards and knocking stuff down. Finally, we lucked out and we got Minnie out of her pen, and Jimmy saw her and chased her back into the new pen. So they've been bouncing off each other. Jimmy's got his dander up and he's ready to do his job, and I don't think either one of his girls are quite to that point yet, so he's a little frustrated right now. So we've had to go around and reinforce the pen a little bit like that. Actually, the pen around right there, Katie. Here's Jimmy pacing. He's went and talked to his girls and they've told him no, so he's back to pacing and walking the fence.
And all of our lovely supplies that we've had to grab quickly.
But I think he's starting to calm down. He's got some feed in him. You know, he's got his girls. Like I said, you know, they're not quite ready, although one of them I believe should be coming into heat in about a week or so. I'd have to go back and check the records. I've been trying to keep an eye on when they come in to stand in heat. So, you know, Jimmy will get some attention probably fairly quickly. And like I said, he's been with his girls his whole life, so, you know, I know they make good piglets. You know, they, like I said, him and Minnie have been sparking ever since they went back in. Like we were joking earlier, they're an old married couple. I'll put some footage in here at the end of this, just kind of a little blooper reel where you can just hear them hollering at each other for the last, I don't know, I think it's been 20 minutes. They just now calmed down. But we've got everybody sorted. They're all in their pens. Like I said, we've got one more little gilt we're going to put in with Big Mama and Straw probably here in a few days. She's a little smaller than them, so I kind of want to let them have a chance to kind of acclimate and settle, and they've been getting along great. You know, hardly no fussing. Took a little bit of convincing to get them to move into this pen, especially Straw, because he always knew that as Jimmy's pen, so he thought he was getting in trouble when he went in. But now that he's realized it's his and he's got his girl, he's settled down. But we'll give him a few days to calm down, and then we'll look at introducing Empanada, our gilt, who's, like I said, she's a little smaller than them, so I want to kind of size her up and compare her size-wise with them just to make sure she's not too tiny before we put her in. But with American Guinea Hogs, you kind of want to get them bred within that by their first birthday, because it tends to make it easier for them to conceive, and it makes it, like I said, old married couple, and it makes it easier for them to conceive later in life. So that's kind of that balancing act. You don't want to put them in too early or too young, but with guinea hogs, you don't want to go real late, otherwise you can reduce the effectiveness of that sow over her lifetime. So, well, everybody's just got fed and they're calming down, so we're going to call it here for today. But thank you for joining us on this adventure. Like I said, I wish we would have filmed the rodeo, but everything kind of went south all at once, so we didn't think to break out the phone and record it. But next time we'll look at maybe setting up a tripod that we can see us running around like the Three Stooges trying to get pigs moved. But like I said, we'll talk to you all later, and have a good one.
Sassy pig.
Here. couple. Alrighty, one more time.